Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're like me, you're always keeping an eye on the latest rumors, the whispers that could reshape the league's landscape, and this one is particularly interesting for us Packers fans. Rumors are swirling that the Tennessee Titans, who are currently sitting at 2-9 and clearly in rebuild mode, might be looking to shake things up by trading one of their most dominant interior defenders, Jeffrey Simmons. And if this happens, it could be a game changer for the Green Bay Packers, especially considering how much Simmons could bring to our defensive line. The Titans are sitting on a cap space of around $19 million, and with their season's trajectory and the looming Ridley deal, they're in a position where they might need to make some tough decisions. Right now, they're focusing on rebuilding their roster, and one of their biggest needs is in the trenches, both on the offensive line and the defensive line. Simmons, a star interior tackle drafted in 2019, has been a force for the Titans, and his presence has been critical in their run defense. He's a massive guy, 6'4", around 305 pounds, with a relentless motor and an ability to collapse the pocket and stuff the run. Over his 7-year career, Simmons has accumulated impressive stats: about 250 solo tackles, 140 assists, 45 sacks, and 420 pressures, along with 10 forced fumbles. His PFF grade hovers around 89.8, and he's known for being double-teamed at a rate of 62%, which speaks to his disruptive power. In 2024, Simmons has continued to impress, playing 10 games so far with a total of 20 solo tackles, 18 assists, and 5 sacks. He's also managed to keep himself healthy, avoiding any major injuries, which is a big plus for a team like Tennessee that needs to keep its core players on the field. His impact on the Titans' run defense has been significant, boosting their efficiency by about 14%, allowing just 4.1 rushing yards per carry. That's a huge deal in today's NFL, where controlling the line of scrimmage can decide games. Simmons is also excellent at stopping runs before they develop, with a run-stop percentage of around 37% and a run defense grade of 95. His ability to generate QB pressures, about 80 hits on the quarterback, and to contain yards after catch, YAC, at just 40 yards per reception makes him a nightmare for offenses. And here's the kicker. The Titans are reportedly considering trading Simmons for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. That's a bold move, but one that makes sense if they're prioritizing future assets over current roster stability. The Titans are also in the middle of discussions about extending their young quarterback, Will Levis, which could further complicate their salary cap situation and their ability to retain Simmons long-term. But why would the Titans part ways with Simmons? Well, aside from cap considerations and the need to rebuild, they've seen a dip in their run defense efficiency, allowing around 20% more yards per game than last season, from 120 yards to approximately 144 yards. That's a clear sign that their interior defensive line is struggling, and losing a player of Simmons's caliber would only make things worse in the short term. Plus, the Titans are eyeing other pieces, and with the draft coming up, it seems they're willing to part with a key player to secure draft capital. Now, for us Packers fans, this potential trade could be massive. Imagine Simmons lining up next to Kenny Clark in our defensive front. Simmons' ability to collapse the pocket from the interior would complement Clark perfectly, and together they could form a dominant duo that would terrorize quarterbacks like Jared Goff and others in our division. Simmons' presence would boost our pass rush significantly, potentially adding 18 more sacks to our total, pushing our team's sack number from around 12 up to 30. That kind of interior pressure could transform our defense from good to elite, especially when combined with the disruptive talents of our edge rushers like Preston Smith and Rashan Gary. On the run defense side, Simmons' ability to shed blocks and make tackles in the backfield would elevate our run-stopping efficiency. The move could improve our EPA, expected points added, on run plays by around 20%, and reduce the points allowed per game from 20. 5 to something closer to 16. That's a game changer, especially in a division where the Lions and Vikings are known for their offensive firepower. And let's not forget how Simmons' presence could impact our third down defense. His ability to disrupt plays on third down, especially against the run, would boost our stops by approximately 15%, helping us get off the field more often and keep our offense on the field longer. Speaking of our offense, acquiring a player like Simmons isn't just about the immediate pass rush and run defense. It's about creating mismatches and forcing offenses into long-yardage situations. For example, Simmons' interior presence would make play-action passes more effective for us, increasing yards after catch, YAC, by about 17%, and adding more turnovers, something we've been striving for all season. His presence would also bolster our red zone defense, increasing stops by around 18%, making it tougher for opponents to punch it in when it counts. Looking ahead, the odds of the Packers making a move for Simmons are definitely rising. Bookmakers now have our chances of winning the NFC at around plus 600, with Super Bowl odds improving from plus 900 to plus 600, echoing the kind of boost the Chiefs saw after making key moves last year. Simmons would be a true X factor, adding about 0.35 EPA per play in clutch moments, and giving us a real shot at making a deep playoff run. With the NFC so open, especially with the 49ers, Eagles, and Cowboys all vying for supremacy, adding a player like Simmons could be the final piece we need to push us over the top. Of course, this is all speculation at this point, but it's exciting to think about what could be. The Packers have made some bold moves before, and if they can pull this off, it could signal a new era of dominance in the trenches. Simmons, with his size, strength, and relentless motor, could be the anchor our defense needs to consistently pressure quarterbacks and shut down the run. That would give us a much-needed boost heading into the playoffs, especially as we aim to avenge last year's disappointing exit and push for our first Super Bowl championship since 2010. As much as we love our current players, this kind of move would show that the Packers are serious about contending now, not just in the future. It's about building a championship-caliber roster, and Simmons fits that mold perfectly. His proven production, combined with his age, just 27, means he has plenty of prime years ahead of him. That's the kind of player who can elevate an entire defense and help us finally get back to the top of the NFL. The potential trade isn't just about one player. It's a statement that Green Bay is all in for a deep playoff run and Super Bowl glory. And as fans, we know that the trenches are where battles are won. With Simmons on our side, we'd be talking about a defense that's as intimidating as the legendary ones of the past. The Packers' front line could become a fortress, making it nearly impossible for opponents to run or pass effectively. Plus, Simmons' presence would take some of the pressure off our secondary, allowing them to play more aggressively and make game-changing plays. So in the end, whether this trade happens or not, it's clear that the landscape of the NFL is shifting. The Titans seem willing to listen to offers for Simmons, and that creates a real opportunity for us. We've seen the impact of interior pass rushers in recent Super Bowls, players like Aaron Donald or Chris Jones, and Simmons' style of play fits right into that mold. If Green Bay can land him, it might be the move that puts us over the top and helps us claim that elusive Super Bowl title we've been chasing for over a decade. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now I want to know what you, the real Packers family, think about all this. Do you believe Simmons could be the missing piece? Would you be excited if Green Bay made a bold move like this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion truly matters, both to us and to the team. This is the kind of move that could redefine our future, and I'm eager to hear what you have to say. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and rumors, so stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Green Bay Packers spirit alive. Until then, go Pack, go.